So today I'm inside the steel rolling mill factory, and believe me, this factory has a lot of different types of motor, and I'm gonna show you most of it in this particular video. So make sure you watch this video till the end. So thanks for all the comments on the previous video. Because of that comment, we made this video possible. So I'm right now standing inside the actual site. I'm gonna show you the different motors that we use and also its control panel. And also a big shout out to New India Electricals for making this video possible. We'll talk about New India Electricals more at the end of this video.
The first motor that we are going to see is a slip ring rolling mill duty motor, also known as a roughing motor. These motors are specifically designed for a very heavy duty application. In a rolling mill, the motor does not get a smooth and comfortable load. It has to handle severe mechanical shocks, sudden load changes, high transient torques, and extreme thermal stress. In simple words, this motor is built for abuse. In a steel rolling mill, hot steel billets or the slabs are passed through rollers to reduce their thickness or change their shape. During this process, the motor has to deliver a very high torque, especially when the hot steel first enters the roll. This movement creates a sudden impact on the motor and the drive system. That is why normal motors are not suitable for this kind of duty. Rolling mill duty motors are designed to handle frequent starts, heavy overloads, mechanical shocks, and high temperatures. The motor that you see here is 1000 HP motor. If we convert that into kilowatt, it is approximately 746 kilowatt. And this motor constantly runs at around 750 RPM. Historically, and even today in many of the heavy rolling mills, slip ring induction motor, also known as wound rotor motors, are commonly used for such applications. The main advantage of slip ring motor is that the external resistance can be added in the rotor circuit during starting. This helps the motor produce high starting torque while controlling the starting current. And that is exactly what we need in a roughing mill. When a hot billet enters the roll, the motor must produce very high torque immediately. A slip ring motor is suitable for this because it can handle heavy starting conditions better than a standard squirrel cage motor. But the industry is also changing. In modern steel mills, squirrel cage induction motors controlled by variable frequency drives or VFDs are also used extensively.
I'll also show you the panel that is controlling it, the protection that is provided, so that you get full picture. Now we just saw the special duty motor, 1000 HP motor, and this is the panel that controls it. Now you see it only has a circuit breaker because we are not controlling the speed of that. We are just turning it on and turning it off. So there will not be any VFDs used for this. So this is the simple circuit breaker that you can see. We do have ammeter here too. And then also there is a multifunction meter that you see right here. And importantly, this is a huge motor and it's an inductive load. It will have an impact on the power factor. Power factor is definitely not very good. So we need something that will improve the power factor. Now we have talked in detail about the power factor in the power factor series. Now let me show you the automatic power factor correction panel that is specifically given for this motor. So you can see here, this is the automatic power factor correction and also the harmonic filter bank. This will help make sure the motor do not consume huge amount of electricity. Otherwise, the electricity bill will skyrocket. So this panel helps in maintaining a better power factor so that the electricity bill stays in control. And of course, the motor's life is also better.
Now let's talk about the DC motor in rolling mills. Historically and still in many existing mill lines, DC motors have been the industry benchmark for steel rolling application. Before AC drive becomes so advanced, DC motors were preferred because they offered excellent speed control, high torque at low speed, smooth operation, and fast response. In rolling mills, these qualities are very important. A DC motor can provide high torque even at zero speed. It can handle smooth low speed operations. And its speed torque control is almost linear, which makes it more very useful where accurate speed control is required. Now, where do we commonly see DC motor in steel mills? DC motor are used in applications where speed synchronization, quick reversing, and variable tensions are critical to the process. One important example is reversing roughing mill. In the reversing roughing mill, a massive hot steel a slab is passed back and forth through the same rolling stand. Every pass reduces the thickness or change the shape of material. This is very demanding application. So the motor must be strong, responsive and controllable. And this is where DC motors have traditionally performed very well. The speed of the DC motor is controlled using a DC drive. A modern DC drive is a microprocessor controlled system that precisely regulates the speed, torque and power of the motor. It does this by converting incoming AC power into adjustable DC power using a thyristor or SCR bridge. The speed of the DC motor can be controlled mainly in two ways, by armature voltage control and by field flux control. This gives the DC motor a very wide and flexible speed control range. And that is why even though AC motor with VFDs are becoming more popular, DC motors are still found in many rolling mill applications. Now, if you want to learn the fundamentals of DC machine in a beginner friendly way, you can check out my course on DC machine. The link is provided in the description. Now, let us talk about the real workhorse of the steel plant, the squirrel cage induction motor. In a steel mill, not every motor is used for rolling. A plant also has many supporting systems. It needs pumps, fans, blowers, compressors, conveyors, cooling system, hydraulic power packs, lubrication system, EOT cranes, machine tools and many other auxiliary systems. And for most of this application, squirrel cage induction motors are used. In fact, squirrel cage induction motors can power a large percentage of mechanical equipment in a steel plant. In many plants, you will find that most general purpose drives are squirrel cage induction motors. Why? Because they are simple, rugged, low maintenance, economical, and the most important one, easily available. Now, the motor that you see here is a squirrel cage induction motor with a rated speed of 1440 RPM. Now, here is the interesting part. The motor is rated speed is 1440 RPM, but the application demands a speed of only around 300 RPM. So how is this possible? Well, this is where the speed controls come into picture. Now, let me show you the actual speed control panel of this motor.
So we are inside the panel which controls the motor and it's very noisy here. We'll see if we can adjust the noise later in the editing part. So let me walk you through the speed control that we have. So the motor that we saw is 1440 RPM, but it's running on 300 RPMs only. And that needs the speed control. And induction motor speed can be controlled by varying its frequency. Now the speed is directly proportional to the frequency. If you increase the frequency, the speed will increase, and if you decrease it, the speed will decrease. Now, of course, adjusting the frequency is really tough. You cannot go and change the generators. So for that very purpose, what we do is we adjust the frequency only for that particular motor. And that is done using the variable frequency drives that you see here. Now, you can see at the bottom, we are getting the supply. That's the 440 volt supply we are getting. And for protection, we have used the circuit breaker there. So in case of fault, that will trip. And from that circuit breakers, you will see the supply is going to the variable frequency drive. And there are 3 different drives here, which is controlling 3 different motors. And from this drive, the supply then will go to the motor that we just saw. And then from here, the speed will be controlled. Now, this is a very important device, but this device also creates power quality issues because we are hampering the frequency. So that's the speed control of the motor that we saw.
Now let's connect these 3 motors type practically. A slip ring induction motor is used when the application needs very high starting torque and has severe load conditions. Roughing mills, heavy rolling stands, crushers, and heavy duty drives are common example. A DC motor is used where very precise speed control, high torque at low speed, quick reversing and fast dynamic response are required. Reversing mills and older precision rolling mills drives are common examples. A squirrel cage induction motor is used for most general industrial applications. Pumps, fans, conveyors, roller tables, blowers and all the other auxiliary systems that we need for the plant. So even inside one steel plant, different motors are selected for different reasons. Now what you see on your screen are the 100% industry ready notes on induction motors prepared by New India Electricals. They share these notes for their internal employees, but they have decided to share these notes with all the viewers of the channel. You can download these notes absolutely for free using the link given in the description.
Before we close this video, a big shout out to New India Electricals for making this video possible. So all the motors that we saw, including the special 1000 HP motors, all are available with New India Electricals, and they are one of the largest suppliers of motors throughout the India, plus also across 45 plus countries. If you're interested in learning about their portfolio and their products, definitely check out the links that are provided down in the description. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. But till then, keep watching, keep learning.